So we've got Ferns with us today because Hippies unfortunately had to miss today due to a family illness again. Um, well, I mean that's a 3-2 defeat to Newark. A very topsy turvy game, and we perhaps could have snatched a point at the end, but that's another game where we've looked like we can do something, and then it just sort of falls apart a little bit. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I think we have to give the credit to the boys a little bit today. We've had a lot of injuries. The squad was small today, and we've asked one or two of the players to play with injuries. So that's made it difficult straight off the bat. But credit to them. They put a performance in, which if they do that week in, week out, we'll win more than we lose. Newark are a decent side. They'll be pushing playoffs, maybe even title contenders. But I think we caused them more than enough problems today to get a result out of the game.
Was there any particular point in the game that you felt things were kind of like a bit topsy turvy? I mean, I felt like obviously conceding, then we've equalised. Conceding right on the stroke of half time obviously was not helpful, and then obviously the penalty missed to make it 2-2 just afterwards.
Yeah, nobody means to miss penalties. Nobody means to miss chances, and that missing the penalty and almost straight away going down the other end and conceding and going 3-1 down. That could have really capitulated into something that we've seen this season a couple of times. But like I said, fair play to the lads. We go down to 10 men. Whether that's ascending or not, I think you have to look at that and go, the initial tackle's not a foul, even a yellow. Referee makes a decision which creates a situation. He makes another decision, and we're down to 10. But we rallied, and like I said, I can't fault the lads today. I think the effort was there. They were hanging on. I think another 5 minutes, we would have probably equalised in the game. You can tell after the game when you come in, and like I said, they're a good side, and the music's on, they're singing, they're celebrating, and you go, yeah, because they knew they got away with that one a little bit today. So yeah, disappointed, but there's positives always. Like I said, we've asked a few lads to play with injuries, we've asked lads to play out position. We'll get stronger. We've got lads coming back in, people like Carl Barker to come back in, and Mears had now a couple of games. Benno off the bench scores, big players for us, and I think that is going to be key for us going forward now. I don't think we've got many midweek week games now, so it gives us a chance to train, it gives us a chance to heal, get everybody back, and I think it's a true representation of us when we get everybody back and we're fighting fit, because we have got a good side and a good squad. So yeah, we're disappointed, but I'll take massive positives from that today, even though it's a loss. There's reasons that, we can all look at and say certain decisions impact the game. I think there was 30 plus fouls in the game today, numerous bookings, numerous sending offs, and you go, well, really, was it that bad? Not really. But this is what happens, and they say swings and roundabouts. So hopefully we'll get some decisions later in the season, because we've certainly not had many this year to date. But yeah.
Now we're on a run of, I think it's 3 away games, including, of course, the return game against Newark in a couple of weeks, which has just been added the last few hours. Home games are the ones we have to win, but obviously away games, it will be handy if we can pick up points on the road as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, everybody makes a big deal out of home games and away games, and to me, it's a football, a bit of grass, and it's as simple as that. Like I said, I believe we're now going to be stronger. We'll get players back. The injuries we can work on and get them ironed out, and we'll be a lot more competitive over the next few weeks. So I'm not worried about away games at all. Sometimes it's nice to get an away game in. Sometimes it doesn't work in your favour, but it's still a ball and it's still a bit of grass or astro, whichever way you look at it. And that's what I tell the lads every time. It's no different. You're just using your feet, using your head. So, and as much as you say 3 away games, if you want to be successful, you've got to get results. It doesn't matter where they are. So we'll go and we'll be positive. So.
Cheers.